Thursday, I don't think they were they?
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure we saw
Revolution?
Bramble
You
at
are
some
so
point.
right, they were. Yeah, um, I think it was them. No, Polymorph.
I'm
No,
not
it was
entirely
it
sure
was it
actually,
was
but
Polymorph that ran it, but Revolution beat Polymorph in that series, and now Revolution's running it. So yeah, that's what was throwing me off a little bit. They didn't actually run it, but they played against it
so they were
in
like,
that
"Oh my God,
series.
it's so awesome! We just gotta try it as well."
Yeah, roaming Bramble. That
Ram.
was interesting. Anyways, okay, we got this game though. Plenty already happening here, so let's talk about that. Bans were Behemoth, Swiftblade, Moraxis, Ravener. Once again, that Ravener ban here, but Midas into Moira, Magnus into Clanks, Warbeast into Prisoner 945. So, what do we think?
Um, well, I would say that there's a pretty solid draft for both teams so far. Legion team, of course, is going to have the Midas probably in the mid, and as of last game at least, they did run the Magnus in the Suicide, so I could potentially see that again, but being up versus that Moira and the Clanks, because this time, it's for certain that the Hellborn team are going to play passive. I don't think they're going to be manning up with a Clanks on their lineup. So then we got Prisoner for the Hellborn team in the mid, and then we got Clanks and Mora in the safe lane. So Forest Heroes and a Suicide for the Hellborn team. Parasite is banned, but there's still plenty of options left. I would love to see a Keeper for Forest for one of those teams. Just to see the farming potential of his, but
Yeah.
it's probably not going to be the case in this game.
We have seen a keeper a couple times, and yeah, I gotta say it's been a little bit disappointing as far as the performances so far. So yeah, definitely expecting a little bit more out of it, and yeah, would be interested to see it do actually pretty well, even on the lineup. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, he is available this game, so the fourth pick though now is going to be coming out for our Legion side at least. You already got the Midas, Magnus, and Warbeast, so more of a support option you would think. And depending where they run the Warbeast, random jungle last game.
Yeah, as they have the Magnus already, I mean, they could run the Midas Suicide, I guess, and have the Magnus in the mid, Warbeast in the Forest. But I feel like Magnus and Midas and Warbeast combined are like already a solid cores. So I don't feel like they necessarily need to pick up heroes that need to or requires any more farm. I feel like Warbeast and Midas and Magnus are like also good at taking out stacks. There's the Pyro Monster, so yeah, I like that option. It's probably going to be Magnus and a Midas or a Magnus and a Pyro Monster in the mid then.
Classic makeup there of heroes. The Mag Pyro. So then that leaves the short lane option for this Legion side, if that's what they choose in the end. Now the fourth pick for Russian Dargons. They already got their support.
Yeah, I mean, they could run it without the Forester and have a secondary support with the Prisoner in the mid. That's probably... I don't know if Mora could be in the mid. I'm going to go with Ophelia instead. Okay. But I think Prisoner now, like, since he's stationed in the mid lane and he's going to be versus both a Magnus and a Pyre Monster, that's going to be very tricky for him on his own. But if Mora were to help him or aid him in a dual lane, then Clanks is probably not going to have the best of time versus the Midas. He does have the Ophelia, though, in the forest that could potentially aid him and put a lot of pressure on the one playing the Midas, so we're just going to have to wait and see. And there goes the Voodiaster again. I mean, it's a little bit better now, though, in this game,
yeah.
I feel, versus the Ophelia.
Absolutely. 100% agree there. I really hope he doesn't go all in on that build, though. Again, it was useless last game as far as what it brought to the table. And this is going to be the same story. I don't think they're going to be lacking damage, to say the least.
I mean, even in the last game, I mean, he had the same damage done as Rhapsody in the other team. In overall damage done, so it's, yeah, on paper, it looks like it's scary, but it's not doing that much in practice, actually.
Yeah.
Lodestone going to be picked up here, but, I mean, at the same time, I mean, this Voodiaster picked up by Legion team. I mean, this means that Warbeast is probably going to be, like, stationed in the safe lane as carry. Either that or an offensive tri-lane. No, it's Pyromancer carry. What?
Now is playing Pyromancer, you're right. Wow. Okay.
I don't know if I like that. I mean, if Warbeast would have been in the safe lane and just taken all the farm, then it would still have the physical damage, but now they're going to be so much into that magic damage. So if Clanks gets a shrunken head, I mean, then it's going to be really hard to deal with him. If the Hellborn team can shut down the Warbeast and Clanks gets a shrunken head, then game over.
Well, to be fair, I do kind of like the makeup, though, in the sense that a magic damage carry early on, transitioning into a late game physical carry to Warbeast later on. I mean, that's probably the storyline here that Chopstick Gaming is going for. So yes, Clanks, yeah, you do got to think that with that Shrunken Head, of course, eventually that's not going to make Pyromancer pretty nullified in that going up against him at least in the fights. But yeah, Warbeast ideally by that time will be able to have at least some kind of presence there and be able to chase him down. So
Yeah, let's hope so at least.
well, yeah, that's the idea. It has to be, of course. So, but a main farming short lane Pyromancer. Really, I don't know if this is something we come to see often. If anything, maybe like a middle Pyromancer, but.
Yeah, I am still not sure if it's going to be a solo Pyromancer or if it's actually going to be babysitted.
Yeah, that's...
because it could be a 1 versus 1 and they could just man up with Pyromons, with the Buddhist and Magnus. Or even man up with a tri-lane, actually, and have Warbeast still in the safe lane.
We did see last game. I mean, they did put Warbeast aggressive last game, so definitely is not out of the question here. And the idea, I mean, focusing on the Legion sides, but to be honest, how about the Hellborn side in their lineup? I mean, they could also go they could go aggressive. Hell, they did it last game themselves.
Yeah, but then they're going to leave Clanks in such a vulnerable position, and you don't want that. Like, he's not such a dominant 1 versus 1 hero as Puppet Master, usually is at least. I mean, obviously that wasn't the case in the last game, but normal cases, like Puppet Master would do really well in a 1 versus 1 situation, but Clanks, not as much. So I think that potentially Legion team could go for the offensive tri-lane and just have Warbeast in the safe lane. He's going to be up versus a Lodestone, so that should be... I mean, he's going to get full experience and some last hits at least, and of course the battle cry that he gets from being solo in the level, or solo in the lane, gets a really high-level battle cry for the tri-lane to take advantage of.
Gonna talk over strats, I guess, here, once again, to start things off, but... Game number 2 going to be commencing here shortly, I'm sure. Going to 1-0 lead right now for Chopstick Gaming here on the Legion side now. As Russian Dargon simply trying to keep alive in the series and force that third game to still have a chance to qualify for Diamond right now. So readies are asked, and hopefully should be good to go here as far as continuing on. So again, this is our first of 2 series as usual here today. That is scheduled and planned. So Ringers versus Rat is going to be next. Another winner bracket matchup here. Good luck, have fun's come out though, and we are officially good to go. So now going to get an idea of how they're going to lane here. That's kind of the intriguing part with these lineups. As 4 going top currently for the Legion side.
I mean, I would assume that it is an offensive tri-lane. It doesn't make sense for them to put Midas in the suicide lane. He's going to be so shut down by Mora, Clanks, and Ophelia. And they need him with levels early on so that he can be effective with counter-pushing.
Well, they're going near the Congo pit area. See if they can catch anybody in the Legion jungle as the Hellborn side, but probably not going to be the case here. As you see, unless Warbeast gets a little antsy.
Yeah, he's got that ward, or the Hellhound, acting as a ward down here, but obviously it's going to miss the Hellborn team walking up that ramp, so it was still a nice attempt. Look at that. If he were just...
Yep.
If that would have been 5 seconds or 10 seconds earlier, then he would have been dead. Look, Archtiger's actually running straight back up, but the rest of the team is heading down.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get anything in the end with it, but yeah, very, very close call for Warbeast. Probably doesn't even realize how close it actually was here to perhaps getting caught. So he should be fine, though, as time to die looks like going to be reconnecting here. We'll be good to go once again. Picking the Lodestone, by the way. I mean, we didn't really even talk about that final pick Lodestone, but the Suicide Lodestone going to be...
Yeah, a personal favorite, definitely, for Time to Die. He loves this hero, and he plays it really well, so watch out for some big Shatterstorms.
Those are fun to watch. Good synergy, too, with this makeup. And with the Prisoner, seems like could... provide a lot of work, and actually the Lodestone with the Shatterstorm, the debuff that is applied with it, you got Clanks is going to be able to really benefit from that as well, sitting back. So
yeah, I wonder if the Hellborn team is going to remain with the Clanks at the top lane, like after they find out that they are versus an offensive tri-lane. Or I would at least draw that kind of solution when I'm looking at the drafts from blind that the Legion team are going to go for some kind of offensive man-up, seeing as they picked up that Pyre Monster, or put it on now. But I mean, they could have the Clanks, Moira, and Ophelia in the offensive forest. Obviously, that would force the Legion team to rotate over, have Lodestone in the safe lane. But I'm not sure. I mean, it feels like Clanks is heading towards the top lane by looking at his movements right now. And it's probably not going to be too pretty, because as you see, the Legion team, they've already blocked off the Ophelia camp over here, the hard camp at the left side as well. So he's only going to have one hard camp to work with.
Got Lodestone sitting down here, so yeah, Clanks is sure enough heading up there with Ophelia, and you're right, those two camps being blocked, the pole and the left hard camp, so Ophelia going to have to stick to the right side of the jungle, but then also how active will this Magnus Pyromancer be, or Magnus Voodoo Jester, I guess it would be, Pyromancer expecting to farm, so.
I have to say I don't like this item builds by the Legion team, though. It makes no sense, the items that they have. Like, nobody has a single mana pot. So Magnus, no matter what, he's only going to have one stun. He got the Moshers, sure, so he can run around the map, but he's not going to have his stun available. And, I mean, Pyromancer could have easily picked up and gone for that Ring of the Teacher instead, to aid with the mana support for his teammates as well, instead of that necklace, for example. And then Voodoo Jester, he has absolutely nothing.
This is really turning out to be interesting, because yeah, that means that obviously the Warbeast laning, and so that's been the trial lane. You see the Bane coming out to kind of, he figures, all right, I'm not that dumb. It's not just a solo Pyromancer up here, so kind of knowing that something's going on, and Catlamine is correct on that, so good heads up on his part. But the priority to have a farming Pyromancer in this case over the Magnus, trying to get him maybe the early portal key, you could also argue about that a little bit. Is this the best choice for this Legion side?
Yeah, I mean, Magnus is better at roaming around in the early game than Pyromancer is. But obviously having Magnus on farm would also benefit the team better with an early portal key. But Legion team just making, or the idea behind it is probably just that they want to be aggressive early on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Therefore, of course, Pyromancer is better in, if they leave him alone up here at the top lane as well, Pyromancer is going to do much better than Magnus on his own.
Yeah. You look at Ophelia, he's trying to be involved early on, quite a bit in fact. He has the Minotaur, he's been over here, but he's wasting a lot of time. I mean, he really has got no farm so far because he's been spending the whole time trying to maybe assist for something to happen up here. But now the lane's being pushed up, obviously the pole camp's blocked. The Ro4, no, that's a ward side actually from Archer Tiger, so they aren't even attempting to unblock the pole camp, and by this time, might as well let it run its course, obviously, as it's almost just about off, so.
This is why it's so damn important to just have Rev wards in the start, like if you're the Hellborn team. I mean, Mora didn't have a single one. He invested in 6 Blights instead and a mana pot. If he would have had a Ward of Revelation, he could have potentially gotten rid of one of the wards at least, and then started to pull the camp back, and then he would have already gained the gold that the Rev ward costed. So, I mean, it's a good investment in that point, or in that way. But now they're stuck here instead, and yeah, trying to get some experience, but it's not going to be easy. And I mean, Legion team, they're not really making, or they don't really have to make too much of an effort. They're just calmly sitting back and letting Pyromonster last it. I would like the Voodoo Jester and the Magnus to be positioned a little bit further into the forest, though.
How are the other lane matchups going here? As far as...
Yeah, pretty good for Lodestone at the bottom lane, at least, versus the Warbeast. I mean, both of them are doing pretty good, but it seems like Lodestone is putting a little bit more of a pressure now when he got the levels up here. Obviously, that head smash is going to hurt when he hits level 5.
Yeah, I kind of expect that. I mean, I've also been seeing Warbeast. Yeah, he's doing this once again. He's kind of sending the Hellhounds into the jungle. He's just kind of picking off some camps with them. So utilizing them to get some extra farm in the process, while he stands in the lane himself and soaks some experience and gets a couple of last hits here and there. So trying to micro quite a bit and, again, be somewhat efficient. But Lodestone is proving to win the lane as far as GPM especially. I mean, 360 gold per minute now. So, yeah, Warbeast 330, though. So both, again, goes back to doing pretty well. The middle matchup, interesting one, 26-2 Midas versus a 12-1 Prisoner. So very safe to say that Flux Kavana here is doing much better than Qzane.
Damn, that's close to perfect last hit scores. For the mid lane especially, that's very impressive on his part. I mean, obviously he was struggling a lot with the last hits in the first game with the Magnus having the Watchers. He didn't get a single one during the laning phase, but now he's doing a much better job.
Yeah, so keeping the pressure, obviously the hook right there, just farming up a little bit more, but Midas
fortunately, yeah. He just wanted to use the hook before he ran up here to get a double damage rune. I'm surprised the Legion team is not making sure to cover the runes. I mean, they don't have to sit next to Fire Monster and watch him last hit. Obviously, it's nice that they keep Clanks away from farm, but I don't think that he necessarily would have been able to get too much.
Clank still has 0 creep kills, though, so I mean, they are accomplishing that. It's at middle lane, Midas, double damage prisoner. Can't chase him down, though. Midas doing a good job of kiting away. He's going to be fine here. Just putting a golden salvo out. He actually doesn't have Lion's Pride yet at level 5, so not able to really transmute the easiest.
Oh, yeah, he might be able to get one now if he lands the combo.
Now he got it.
Prisoner is going to bottle up, though. Yeah, level 6 now as well. I still don't...
Dodge the hook, and now he can go for a turn? No.
I think he could. I mean, he could have at least... I mean, he's got full mana pool, so I would have liked him to just jump on the Prisoner and get a combo off. Yeah, I mean, even if it doesn't kill him, I mean, he's going to force Prisoner back because there is no regen. The bottle is empty. So I think that would have been a better choice.
You look at the stat right there. 94 times we've seen Pyromancer. We've never seen him as a true carry. As middle lane, no, Midas going to be fine. The hook not really the greatest. Magnus, in fact, coming in. They're going for a kill now. He dive onto the tower. Here comes that transmute. Should be an easy kill, as it is. Bloodlust kill, in fact. The Kavana playing Midas picks it
and
up.
the top lane Clanks.
Good patience there. Clanks, yep. Curse of the Ground is up on him. Is that level 2 or 1? It looks like it is level 2, but it still shouldn't be enough. One more tick, I believe.
Oh,
and he's going to be fine, yeah. There's the health potion. Meanwhile, though, Moira is caught, and Moira will be killed at least. So they get something out of it, it's safe to say, and now they have a 2-0 lead in their favor here. So 6 minutes in. Let's start very pretty right now for the Legion side. And once again, though, I mean, back-to-back games now. This has got to be the most frustrating series for Catlamine.
Yep. Our Legion team is doing a really good job of just shutting him down. And I mean, I don't feel like they use too much effort into it either. I mean, it more or less just comes naturally. I mean, it's not like they're getting any kills on him. They're just keeping him away effectively and smart.
Yeah.
Without taking any risks. They are like not allowing or shutting down the Clanks completely.
Middle lane, he got the prison break off just before. Here comes a Shatter Storm, though, and boom goes a Dynamite. Midas didn't stand a chance as soon as that happened. He pretty much knew he was dead right there. Good reaction on Qzane, but I'm pretty sure that also just happened to be very coincident right there, as he was going on to initiate as Magnus was running in to initiate, so it just happened to be the same time and to the better of Qzane there. Coming out on top. Timed it out with credit for the kill, but good job roaming as well.
Yeah, the power of Moira, definitely. I mean, the fact that he can cover those kind of distances so far, or so fast with that illusion of his, is setting up the return kill. So, I mean, even if Clanks is getting shut down completely, I mean, Doka, or Time to Die, is doing a fantastic job on Lodestone, and if he gets a fast pull key, then it's still going to be difficult for the Legion team to actually get the momentum and take over the Helmond Forest. And we know that Clanks is the kind of hero that can recover.
Pyromancer top lane. Again, Quincy pointing out that stat, though, that we have never actually seen a true carry Pyromancer. Now, and I don't, it's kind of interesting, because I don't know if you technically would classify him as a true carry in this game, because they are short laning a Warbeast, to be fair, in a 1v1 matchup, and he by all means is usually a carry. His Pyromancer top lane is in some trouble right here, though, trying to escape. Well, Philly got a little too aggressive himself, and Magnus does it, easily going to set up the kill right there. The Shards of Harkon not really the most effective, because Ophelia died with them. So I don't even know if anyone got stunned right there. Magnus going to hide in the steam bath. No stuns to be had.
Damn, are they going to be able to turn it around on someone? Maybe?
No.
No, it's Skeleton King. Oh, nice Skeleton King micro!
Yep, very good play from Ophelia. Playing after death, and are they still not going to get the kill? Are you kidding me? Okay, the Skeleton King comes through, actually.
Skeleton King is MVP.
It really
is. For
sure. That was big.
Midas is up here, by the way, looking for a kill. Clanks needs to be careful. Oh, Archer Tiger's going to run straight in. Mana! No, he's going to use the mana instead!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, if he Mana Sundered there, he probably would live. But he did not.
He would have been fine.
He panicked a little bit, you could say. And ends up dying right there. Yeah, Mana Sunder very likely survives. Shards of Harkon, not so much. So good pick off, though, from Midas in the end.
Shard of Storm is up, by the way, on Lodestone down here, so we should probably keep an eye out after that. If he can hit the stun onto Warbeast, he's definitely going to go for it.
Pyromancer coming in, though. Level 6 right here. Still only level 6 at nearly 9 minutes into the game. That's obviously the non-benefit of running a big trialing like that. Kind of sharing the experience here. Uh-oh. Bill Rock coming in. This is really interesting now.
Uh-oh.
We're definitely. Oh, big stun! The Shadow Storm on top! That's going to hit at least 2 heroes with the pull right there. Gets 1, gets 2. A double tap for time tonight. At least Warbeast was able to metamorphosis. How but that could not have lined up any better for Lodestone. Wow.
I mean, even if Prisoner wouldn't have been there, I mean, Lodestone could have potentially gotten 2 kills out of a 3-man gank right there. Because that was how perfect it would. Shadowstorm would have just hit them straight on, but that was just perfect. A little bit luck, of course, but sometimes you gotta be lucky as well.
Absolutely. And that was huge. So the gold is basically identical now at this point. Lodestone just continues to do very well in this game. In fact, he has a portal key coming up really shortly right here.
I mean, the one thing that's good for the Legion team is, or the fact that the Lodestone is the one sitting on the farm, is that the Shadowstorm ability, it has a 100-second cooldown, so it's not like a Pebbles getting a fast portal key where it can just constantly jump around and combo people. Lodestone actually has to wait 100 seconds before it can get another kill, so that's the downside with it. But of course, he can hit more heroes than Pebbles.
Yeah, I'm looking back at this Pyromancer too, and again, still level 6, and his farm's really not that great. He has the 2 deaths, so slowing down a little bit, but you gotta say, for prioritizing a Pyromancer, sure it's an aggressive trial lane, but they completely lock down Clanks. I mean, he still only has 11 creep kills, and I gotta think several of those have come from the jungle here, so if not all of them even, as he's doing right now. So, but Pyromancer not doing, honestly, a whole lot better, at least of what you would expect, considering how well they're locking down the Clank. So it kind of takes away from the idea that trying to maybe run more of the carry Pyromancer. In the end, he probably will just be more of the initiation, more of the ganking presence Pyro than a true right-clicking Pyro here by any means. But I guess that's where you can argue that's how he carries, though, to be fair. Is gets the portal, kind of like a Pebbles, really. Gets the portal key, then maybe the early sheep stick even, and go around.
I mean, he has an incredible farm potential, though, with the hero.
Absolutely.
So if you get for a Grimoire, for example, like instead of a Fennec Claw, like a farm item, just head into the forest, like as he's doing right now, these tri-stacks, like let's just say that he had a successful laning phase, then he would have been already at 350 plus gold per minute. After this ancient stack, he would have been at like 400. Then he would have had a portal key, and he could have, or he could have gone for the light brand even, and just continue to farm. And he's going to have a really scary late game with that Fever ability, the third passive one, that increases cast speed as well. So he definitely has the potential to be a hard carry. It's tricky, because of course the Dragonfire, it's not as reliable as a target spell or a Stalagmites or something like that.
Lodestone proving to be a very useful hero here for the Hellborn team right now. He's not only having a great start, but he got the proto keys we mentioned. He set up a kill and a Midas there in the middle lane with it right away, so the 400 plus GPM continues for him. Again, Clanks is just finding any kind of farm he can get anywhere. 156 gold per minute is taking out a little bit of the jungle here, but you also have an Ophelia in the jungle, remember, so it's not necessarily the easiest to just go around at least jump farm in the jungle like you usually can at this point. So top lane, though, they're trying to see if they overextend here with Pyromancer and Voodoo Jester. Don't know if they are, though. Yeah, they're going to fall back, playing a very smart.
I do think that the Hellborn team has to make a commitment right now, though. I mean, they got the Lodestone portal key. I mean, what are you really waiting for?
Well, here we go. They're going to try for something. Magma's coming in with the Invis of the Velrod, even he stuns him, but he's in a bad spot now. Going to hide in the Steam Bath. That's not going to do a whole lot, though. They know where he is. Lodestone, he makes the catch with the Rocket Drill. Secures the kill. So Pyromancer did TP out, but clearly not going as planned.
That was really greedy by the Legion team, by the way. I mean, they knew for a fact that Lodestone had a pull key, and the fact that he had a port, so they know for a fact that he's never far away. Still went for that kind of, I don't know what they were trying to do. I think Pyromancer tried to pick something up in an outpost or something, but yeah, backfiring, and now this is going to give 1, potentially even 2 towers for the Hellborn team, and that's definitely going to give a huge boost to Clank's gold per minute.
See, their push is going to continue even, and yeah, exactly. I think that's the biggest deal, right? As far as it all is concerned, I mean, the fact that Clanks is able to now finally get at least a little bit of leeway here to farm it up quite a bit. Warbeast, though, bottom lane, he's doing a good job and makes the push happen, also dodging that hook chance there from Prisoner, so solid on his part. He is farming 383 gold per minute, so it's safe to say, I mean, he's going to be on his way to being that carry that you expect of a Warbeast, especially in the laning phase here, or short lane farming even. Flux Kavana on Midas also pushing the middle tower, so big sequence right there. I mean, really, the Legion team can be fairly happy with the outcome of how it all played out there.
Yeah, the fact that the Helmut team didn't get the secondary tower up at the top, but still lost 2 tier 1 towers, that's not good. And now Midas picked up a Polki of his own. I think it's coming here, flying in the courier. They might be looking to set up a kill onto Prisoner at that time. Prisoner, by the way, picked up a Polki on his own, so...
A lot of PKs.
This is going to be, yeah, both players more or less is trying to bait the other one out.
We're going to fall for it in the end, but yeah, expecting a lot of PKs. You mentioned another one of Midas. I'm sure Magnus, of course, going to be getting one. Then Pyromancer, it looks like he's... yeah, the idea of a light brand, especially if he's trying to play a little more of a carry presence, sure, but at this rate, especially 1900 gold saved up, and probably going to be the key here.
I mean, as Warbeast is doing as great as he is doing, like almost 400 gold per minute, then it's safe to say that Pyromonster doesn't have to tackle that role, that farming role. If Warbeast would have been down at 200 gold per minute, then you could have argued that, yeah, our light brand might be better. But, yeah, this game, it's definitely going to be the Polki.
Yeah. Speaking of Warbeast, a Warhammer purchase. Still probably going to be the Shrunken Head, but just getting a little more damage here earlier on to assist. As he continues to farm it up, he's also level 11, so that level 2 Metamorphosis. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Ophelia, Moira, and Prisoner are here, kind of pushing it out. The first tower, of course, still up, seeing if they can make a play onto it. Gonna instead rotate into the jungle. Lodestone, he's also scouting, but don't think they're gonna find anyone. Warbeast's a little too far away right now.
Yeah, they're taking too long to take the towers. The Hellborn team, I mean, they're even warding down here. Archer Tiger placed a ward behind the defensive tower, but that's going to be a waste now, simply because their Legion team is not trying to defend it. And they have committed 5 people or 4 people, but they're going to lose Clanks as a return of it.
Yeah, don't see him getting away from this one. They're going to mass TP in, but well, the heal will save a little bit longer. But here we go, maybe turn kills at least. Oh, Voodoo Jester doesn't stand a chance. There's a Shadow Storm. He goes down. Midas, nice man to center right there. He tried to go over the ledge. He will be able to do so in the end. Good use of that Blood Chalice, and he does make the escape. So, very close call to him, but...
A Voodoo Jester for a Clanks. And a lot of time invested from the Hellborn team.
Yep.
Legion team had only 2 heroes, or 3 heroes up there, and the Hellborn team used a lot of TPs to get there. I mean, meanwhile, Warbeast continues to farm. I mean, and he even gets assist gold for this. I mean, he just uses the battle cry, and it's still like he's right there.
Yeah, I understand wanting to save your carry, but I really think Russian Dark's going to just say, you know what, he's dead, let's just push bottom lane. But, you know, in the moment, it's a very quick call. I'm sure he was screaming, like, team, team, team. And they just had to TP because carry, you're trying to usually protect him, of course. So, but, yeah, the struggles will continue.
You can still interrupt the TPs, I guess. I mean,
true.
If you know, and you don't have to commit when you see that he is 100% dead, because that's just as what happened at our first game as well. Like, the Hellborn team is just trying to react to what the Legion team is doing instead of just running their own race. I mean, if they just commit 100% with the Astro and Ophelia's free creeps, just push towers, and the Legion team is the one that has to defend it. But if they continually just go for these kind of return kills while the Hellborn team is pushing, and the Hellborn team just ports up there to react, I mean, then they've just wasted so much time.
Yeah, Prisoner coming to the top lane. They get the call on a Voodoo Jester, who was obviously pushed up a little too far by himself at this top side, but trying to find a little bit of farm where he can. Unfortunately, results in the death. But back to Warbeast. Again, the Shrunken Head. I don't think it's finished just yet, but he really is just about there, though. And I guess the Legion side also not necessarily really too worried about trying to push here and get things really going. I mean, Clank, sure, he's always going to be somewhat scared about him, but I think it's safe to say that they know that Clanks is not having a great time. And that's continuing to be the case, so still pretty comfortable. They can farm themselves up quite a bit more.
Not even a Funniclaw 80 minutes then. That's not a good sign. I mean, Legion team, though, they only have the Warbeast. That's scary when it comes to late game. I mean, Pyromonster is not going to have too much of an impact, I feel. The game is progressing, at least. I mean, he's 300 gold. Actually going to jump on an illusion here in the mid lane. Luckily, he didn't use the Blazing Strike.
Yeah, that would have been embarrassing. The ulti to kill the illusion. But still has that. Going the Mana Tube, by the way, to follow up the Portal Key. So definitely could be one of 2 options. Well, I guess multiple more than that, but if I had to guess, maybe... I don't know, actually. What do you think?
Storm Spirit.
Yeah, okay.
For sure. They want to save the Warbeast in the team fights. Oh, and look at him. He's going to be jumped in the mid.
Yep, going to be caught here. Pyromancer just disintegrated, really. The Mana Center assisting with that, but an Archie Dagger, in fact, even getting credit for the kill, so well played. Obviously a very squishy target, really.
They should not trade towers, though, with that Legion team. They should not give the Legion team the top tower. I mean, 1 port is all that's necessary to defend it. Instead of just giving the free gold. Yeah, they're going to port back.
Uh-oh.
Probably the right decision. They would have not been able to get...
Nice, okay. That was close. But
Foodies are still up here, and I'm pretty sure that Chevalier wants to make a big play, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough.
no.
I think he could potentially kill Clanks one-on-one.
Yeah, no, he could. The Cursed Ground with the Spirit Ward, for sure.
Look
In
at
fact,
this.
he's going to just say, you know what, I'll take Mora. Yeah, that's going to get the kill easily. Ooh, kind of a waste on the Ophelia's heal, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the same as Clanks when he was saved at first at the top, or when he was in trouble. They used to feel a heal there as well, and it's like it's forcing the Hellborn team from wait, haste run.
Close call. Minus going in though, transmute on a Prisoner. Prisoner did get the haste rune though. Bottles it, uses it, and now Minus completely regretting this decision. Pyromancer though, beautiful start with Magnus going for the kill. The Blazing Circle was using Clanks, by the way, as Pyromancer will fall, and now Minus throw, they go down, and so does Magnus. It's a double tap for Qzane. Wow, what a turn right there in favor of the Hellborn side. That's
yeah, like you said, Midas is probably regretting that decision right now, trying to be a little bit too greedy, jumping on what was it, the Prisoner with the haste rune. Now this hopefully is going to give them at least 2 towers here in the mid lane, and a big advantage for the Clanks, who's finally going to be able to afford his Thunderclaw and hopefully start getting some higher gold per minute numbers. I mean, Warbeast, he hasn't been taking part of any of these fights for the last, I don't know, throughout the entire game. He's only been getting assist through the battle cry, but he's still stuck on like 400 gold per minute. It's not necessarily increasing.
Top lane though, Voodoo Jester doesn't really stand a chance here. Trying to be a little sneaky, but they knew something was up. End up catching him, get the kill. Magnus going in though on Ophelia in the meantime. Mora's nearby. Arcane Vortex. It's going to be interesting what happens out of this. There we go. It's not going to save Ophelia. She will fall in the end. Moira trying to escape. Nope, ain't gonna happen either. Gets caught with the Lava Surge. Ends up being 2 kills, so not the craziest heroes to get killed, to be honest, but still good kills for the Legion side. Clank, so finally getting the Thunderclaw now as a Mighty Blade.
Oh, and I get the Hellborn, or I get the mid tower.
Oh, jeez, that's big, actually, yeah. No one even
That makes
there.
it worth it, more or less.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Well, at least experience gained by the Legion team. A little bit of a comeback there. And if Magnus can reach level 11 now, Pyromancer got his level 11, then they could potentially take a team fight with a big eruption.
By the way, Lodestone going the barbed armor. Now, we've had plenty of discussions about this item, but again, he's definitely a hero I love it on. But is it the most efficient for this early? That's what it really comes back to.
I don't know. I don't like it. As a personal opinion, at least, I know some people do, but I feel like he's like 465 freaking gold per minute.
Yeah.
Like he's even topping the Warbeast right now. Why would you go for that kind of item? Like a defensive freaking item. Go for something that helps you farm a little bit faster instead. I mean,
Something like
any hero, you know, can carry with the right farm. It's safe to say.
That's a good point, yeah. But no, I even think more of the utility, again, something like the Hellflower, even the Sheepstick here might have even been a better investment. But Prisoner, he's going to be transmuted, but they're diving really deep right here. Now, they did get the tower kill, but it's going to come at least 1 cost here as far as Magnus gets picked off, and the rest's trying to run away. Pyromancer's getting very greedy, sticking around a farm. But he'll be fine, too, in the end. So, yeah, they dove pretty far right there. Now, again, they did get the secondary tower top, at least, to go along with that. But Clanks is still trying to recover here. Kongor, yeah, that's going to be a Kongor attempt and very likely a kill. There's no vision right now for the Legion side.
Does the Bard Armor work versus Kongor?
Does. Wait, what?
Barbed Armor. Barbed Armor.
Barbed Armor. Did he use it? Oh, no, he didn't use it.
No, he didn't. But,
I don't know, actually. That's kind of an interesting question. Wait, what just happened? Now it just died of creeps. What?
I have no idea.
Oh, he was
I
doing
didn't
Ancients.
see where he died.
He was doing Ancients.
Oh, wow.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I saw it pop up, but wait a second. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
missed it completely.
Well, misjudged there, and Now you got a token of life to add insult to injury on top of Clank. So they are losing a. I mean, for having a Warbeast that's 480 GPM, and yeah, maybe he was static there for a little bit, but again, he's really just been farming very well throughout this whole game.
Yeah,
and
now they started getting
fertilizer
towers
now.
as well. I mean, they got 2 towers at the top, so his farm is once again heading up there. But I mean, still, I mean, he's going to need his team support. He's
Yeah.
not the kind of hero that can just 5-man the enemy team. I think the Clanks is much stronger when it comes to like team fight support, at least.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, Warbeast needs to get close in as a melee hero, and it's not like a Dark Lady who has the charge that easily gets on top of heroes. He has to. I mean, you're gonna see him running at least. He's gonna be fast, but you can still see him, so it's easy to counter. And you can pick a Void Talisman on, for example, Moira and Ophelia to counter him as well, very effectively. And yeah, I mean, his team is gonna have to try to lock down the Hellborn heroes, especially the Clanks. But if they can't lock down the Clanks, then it's going to be so problematic to just get the damage done.
Warbeast also, speaking of his farm, he is doing a pretty good job of constantly using the Hellhounds to get some information here that almost set up a kill on a Clinks, but they realized that there's a little bit more support nearby than expected, so they decided to fall back from it. But again, that's where the Hellhounds come into play. Speaking of the support, Ophelia now has a Storm Spirit, so another good saving item. That with the Ashleigh, the Ring of the Sorcery, the Plated Greaves, of course. Nice catch on a Voodoo Jester in the meantime. No chance for him to live once again. Simply too much pressure onto him, and still sitting on just the Striders, really, in the Minor Totem. So completely different game this time around.
That was a nice catch by Mara as well. Just seeing Voodoo Jester heading down there to place that Ward of Sight and just using the illusion behind him, setting up a kill. I like how offensive the Hellborn team are playing it. Oh my god, they're gonna get another kill onto Pyre Monster.
Yeah.
That was without vision, so this time they were a little bit lucky. Almost like Pyre Monster was in a poor position there.
Yeah, he's just, well, I kind of caught that at the very end of it, but yeah, Raleigh just got caught in the jungle, clearly. The Portakey Prisoner helping with that, and easy tower kill. Magnus, is he going to go for it? I mean, there's no support, so, yeah. I thought I saw him channeling it for a second, but no, that's just the animation of the hero. So, couldn't really do much without any team support, and they get the easy tower kill. Going out right there. So yeah, Warbeast can farm all he wants, but I like what you were pointing out there about how Warbeast is I'm gonna sure be able to pick off heroes in team fights individually, but when it comes to team fights, Clanks will most certainly shine a little better as far as the overall big picture. And the fact his support, I mean, he's fourth on his team, his farm. He's 300 gold per minute. It's definitely not where you want a Clanks to be, but again, it is much better than the last game, to be fair, on its puppet. And he's going to be able to provide still plenty because, again, just how the hero works, especially when it gets to Shrunken here in the fights. But Lodestone, Prisoner, they're providing a lot themselves. In fact, the Sheepstick is going to be finished here on Lodestone in the near future. Now following the Barbed Armor that he did get. Midas, he's running into the wall up here, but he's going to Sheepstick too.
Looks like he's bugged.
Yeah, it's kind of just derping out up here, but now he's. I think that's one of those hits here up against the edge of the map. He kind of just did that animation, but he's not going to be killing Lodestone by himself.
Nope, safe to say.
Not sure what the plan is up there.
Hellborn team should try to get a bulwark and just. Oh wait, does Legion team have a bulwark? Yeah, they do. They have a Warbeast. Yeah, if the Hellborn team gets a bulwark, I feel like they're going to be so much stronger as well. Then Warbeast is not going to deal nearly as much damage in the team fight. Oh, actually, Midas is... He's going to head out? No?
Thought about it.
I thought about it, but he has to be careful not to run into a creep wave. He's just having a little bit of fun here, making like an entire map of his own. Small paths in the forest. Oh, he's going to run out right on the creep wave this time.
Mistimed it. I mean, he's farming. No, he's not even a farmer. He knows it. Yeah, it's just too risky. So he's trying to be a nuisance. It's not really going to be effective, though. The tower is going to be easily pushed in from the Hellborn side. Now, you look at all three lanes of the Legion team. They are pushing in all three lanes right now, too. So,
but this time I don't think that the Hellborn team are going to react, or I don't hope that they're going to port back to defend their own towers. They should just commit to make the Legion team be the one to react this time.
Magnus.
Nice Word of Sight there by Archer Tiger as well.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in this.
Yeah, Magnus is in this. So yeah, they cannot see him actually. He's got a level 2 eruption. No, he just stuns in right now. Midas with the follow-up transmit, hits Prisoner. But Losa jumping in the background. Barbed Armor, the Shadow Storm's up. Quick kill on him. Magnus also. Oh, that's going to be a big one. He's going to come out with the Shadow Storm explosion. Here we go. Boom, baby. And no, yeah, the Stricken, never mind. Going to be fine. Warbeast trying to make something happen out of it. Is it going to be enough? He's right-clicking. It's not going to be enough.
He got the
in
sheep
end,
stick
though.
on Lodestone. He forgot about it. The courier delivered it during the fight, but he still hasn't used it. It's still up.
You're right. There we go. He's like, all right, you're right, Stewie. Here, let me use it here for the kill to Midas. He gets the kill. Double tap for Qzane. Qzane in trouble, though. No Blazing Strike is up. He used it in the fight. Not enough, though, to secure a kill on a prisoner. Now, the melee Rex is going to go down. Did they use any buybacks there? They did on Chili, it looks like. So not really the most significant one. But the racks are going to be cleared up, and now they'll fall back from there. So, yep, team fight. It seems like the Hellborn side working a little bit stronger here.
Yeah, safe to say. They're playing it very well now as well. I mean, time to die in Qzane, they're just playing such important and so perfectly coordinated every single team fight, like with the jumps in. With that rocket drill and the hooks, I mean, they're always on point. Just as in last game when they were playing Prisoner and Behemoth, like the coordination between the stuns are on top.
30 minutes into this game right now. You got to think the Legion side, especially after losing the fight, that last fight the way they did, they got to be very concerned right now. Sure, a very farmed Warbeast is usually pretty scary, but it's proving not to be necessarily the case right here. You do need that supporting cast to do well around you. It's not like they're struggling across the board, as both Pyro and Midas are doing solid, but haven't necessarily been able to do nearly as much as you would hope, I'm sure. Both of them, Midas not really as a concern, I guess, but Pyromancer especially not being level 16 yet. Something that they would also have loved by now. Obviously the level 3 Blazing Strike. A lot more damage even on top of it, but Ice Brand just purchased by Clank, so always one of those funky items to see by itself, but making a priority. Probably going to just turn it straight into a Frosted Skull as far as this next tier item, and, you know, just wants to bulk up. To me, that kind of makes sense, just how much burst the Hellborn Legion side does have, but...
Yeah, I mean, and how the way, or how the hero works in general.
Yeah.
Like, you still are going to have that damage output.
Yep.
With the help of your ability and your passive. I'm curious whether or not they're going to wait for yet another Kongor before they commit to yet another Rax push. I would assume that's the case. They're trying to take over the farm, or trying to take over the Legion Forest right here. You see Moira and Ophelia, plus Prisoner, running around, trying to set something up on the mid. Once again, the Pyromonster not having an easy time in this game. Portal key is up.
Oh, the attack animation was going out, but it didn't connect. Meanwhile, flanking from the Legion side, Magnus, he's going to stun it on a Clanks right here, but Prisoner's ready to go. Double damage here, and an Incendiaries. Look at the damage. Magnus will fall. Midas goes down. Prisoner. Yeah, you do not want to mess with him right now.
That was... Wow, the damage surprised me. I thought it was like some kind of illusion on Magnus or something. I wouldn't have been surprised if that was the case, but that was insane double damage in Sanitarius. How much damage is that?
A lot.
Like 300 plus per out attack, plus in Sanitarius, yeah. Insane amount.
And obviously with his passive too, he had used his Prison Break at least when he jumped in right there, and probably even the Shackles. I mean, yeah, he was dealing a lot of damage. Nice catch on a Voodoo Jester, by the way. As a Barbed Armor's on a Lowstone, as the transmute hits, it's like, you don't want to do that though. Arcane Vortex going to be popped right there. They're trying their best to hold. This could be the game finish push, though, if this does not work out. Warbeast, they just kite away, as you usually can in a lot of cases. Pyromancer trying to jump Clank in the background. Will get the first off with the Blazing Strike. Not enough for the kill, though. Initially, he does go down, but he did die in the process. Lowstone jumping in. The Shadow Storm missed, actually. He tried to hit Warbeast with it, and now he's exposed, as in comes the Transmute onto Ophelia to finish her off. So Pyromancer buys back, and now Lowstone trying to run. He did already Barbed Armor. It's not up currently. He was able to rock control, though.
He's got a sheep stick. Oh, they're actually going to turn it around. Clank's bought back. I didn't see that.
Magnus, he's taking some good damage. Clanks the buyback, getting locked down by Warbeast, so they need to save him some way, somehow. Ain't going to happen, though. And now Prisoner will also go down. So these buybacks on the Legion side, a hat trick for the Kavana right there on Midas. It's probably going to be at least one more. The portback's not in time. It's a quad kill for Midas to finish it off. What a turn there for Chopstick Gaming, and, well, this game, they hold, and this game's definitely not over yet.
Yeah, they used a few buybacks, but they got the job done, and they defended the racks, so yeah, definitely back into an even game once more. Warbeast continues to get the gold per minute skyrocketing, almost reaching the 500 gold per minute mark now as well, and if he can actually get the demonic breastplate, then he's going to be hitting insanely hard. Yeah. Are they going to get a racks out of this?
If they do, that's absurd now. They're going to have to do it without Voodoo Jester. Yeah, not really the biggest loss there, but it does make them fully retreat. The buybacks are real on the Hellborn side now. Warbeast isn't going to be able to get caught out. Any Skeleton Kings? No, he does not. Warbeast is going to be able to run away. Nice transmute to secure it. Prisoner, though, another portal key in 1 second. I don't know if he really has anything, though. He has to land a hook. Not easy. Oh, he just came out of Metamorphosis, but still unable to hit it. But no, he's still going. He does have another portal key.
Are they still continuing going for this? I mean, that's... Go for the Conquer kill instead, guys.
1 more second. Here we go. He's going to jump. Warbeast, but Magnus Eruption. Oh, he realized as soon as he portal keyed in. Not enough damage initially. Transmit. Nice job with the Shrunken Head. And here we go. The Sheepstick on a Warbeast. They want that kill. They're going to get it. No, the Storm Spirit at the last second will delay just a half a second longer, but they finally come through with a kill. And now they will fall back. So, I mean, they get the kill in the
I can't
end.
believe they got the freaking kill.
Yeah,
I
chase
thought
all
it
the
was
way.
a complete waste of time. Damn. I mean, Denver Pro had a little bit of second thoughts there as well, though. When Magnus used the Eruption, he ran straight back into the Prisoner. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have gotten the kill. But, I mean, it's not easy to just turn around or ignore the Magnus Eruption at that point.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the fact that everyone from the Hellborn team actually committed to that kill as well, insane. That decision of theirs. They're not going to get Conquer, though, because there was a buyback onto Warbeast.
Yeah, not worth the attempt right there, but definitely using the buyback on a Warbeast will delay the demonic breastplate by quite a bit, of course. So, Minus trying to jump. They do get the catch on a Moira, but they're diving really far for this, and it's just a Moira after all. In fact, Clanks with the turnaround with the Shadow Storm as well. Magnus going down. Nice Storm Spirit, but it doesn't matter. Pyromancer and Voodoo Jester fall so quickly. Midas, he is going to be able to portal key away, and I think he made the juke successfully, it looks like. He doesn't have a Homecoming Stone, but won't need it here. But
Yeah,
now
the
they just go for
performance
Conquer.
continues from Prisoner and Lodestone. Of course, it's a team effort and all, but I mean, they are like, it's insane. I mean, if you look at the hero damage build, I mean, or a hero damage graph, like Prisoner is up there at 17%, Lodestone at 14. I mean, Clanks is closing in now with the 12%. Actually, Midas is gonna fall, or actually gonna get killed, but he's probably gonna die for it. So probably not worth it in the end. Hook. Oh wait, is he gonna get out? He's gonna get out. Storm Spirit?
Anything? He could have prison breaked right there and got it, but he didn't know exactly where he was, so ends up missing out on the chance right there, and Midas with the nice escape in the end. So, how about this token choice on the Lodestone, by the way, instead of Clanks? Is that really how much they feel like Clanks has just been struggling that they give it to a Lodestone instead?
Probably. No, I don't know. Probably is because Clanks was... No, I have no idea, actually.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point. I mean, he's doing a fantastic job, but he's never going to die in the team fights.
Well, yeah, the problem with that, too, is that Lodestone's definitely an upfront hero. Like, hey, he Shatterstorms, he jumps in, they goes off. It's like, sure, he can still do a little bit more. I mean, the rocket drill's still nice and whatnot, but has actually more jump over here. Ophelia gets caught, but Storm Spirit coming out. Pyromancer once again quickly returned for the kill. Warbeast, Shatterstorm going off. He's trying to run away in the Shrunken Head form. He gets caught by the rocket drill, though, and he's getting in trouble. Magnus with a big eruption, but not enough damage in the end, and he will portal key away. At least it helps save his teammate, but he did not get any turn kills.
What the hell is up with that Cursed Ground, by the way? Why is that still active when Lodestone has Shrunken Head activated? Does it go through?
Yeah, I believe so. It doesn't actually do... Well, no, yeah. I think it is superior, if I'm not mistaken, so...
I don't know. He had a freaking Cursed Ground on him. Or, yeah, Cursed Ground on him. Lodestone, that is, when he had Shrunken Head activated as well, and I was just curious about that.
Huh.
Maybe the effect or animation is still up, but he doesn't deal any damage.
Is it straight up magic damage? It does say magic on it. I thought it was like true damage even or something like that, to be honest. But
I don't think
it's
so.
20 magic damage per second every 4 seconds. Okay, yeah. So it is straight up magic damage. So yeah, but that's probably what it was then. Maybe just the effect was still on. But anyways, another just one fight. They have their biggest lead now. I mean, Russian Dargons. It got a little scary there maybe for a little bit, but now they're in a pretty damn big lead, and it'd be hard to lose this one here.
Yeah, I mean, Clanks is gonna take over or top Warbeast now in the near future here as well when it comes to gold per minute, so safe to say that the strategy that Legion team had in mind to be very active early on, I mean, they did shut down the Clanks, but it just wasn't enough when they lost the other lanes. I think that Magnus and Voodius probably should have looked into roaming a little bit more and maybe left Pyromonster solo versus the Clanks at some point, but they continue to stay at the top lane as free heroes for such a long time.
Pyromancer pick definitely got to say, unfortunately, for the Legion side, has proven not to really be the most effective choice here in the end, especially considering, you know, ideally with a year like that, you wanted to snowball early on, and it definitely didn't really take off. So he's doing what he can, though. Kind of really transition into definitely more of just a heavy utility supportish style of hero, bringing some burst damage, but they're relying a lot on this Warbeast to truly be the carry. Midas assisting with that to an extent as well, but they're going to need a fantastic hold here with minimal buybacks at this point to be able to stay alive in this game. Right now, Midas, I don't think even Warbeast would have a buyback with a death right here with the gold he currently has. So
No, he wouldn't. I like the idea, though, that they're trying to rotate from behind. They're trying to pick off the Ophelia, I would assume.
that's the idea. Unfortunately, Parmance is going to get seen, though, and he's going to be quickly killed yet again. Arcane Vortex off, but meanwhile, Shatterstorm in the background. Lodestone chasing down Voodoo Jester for a quick go. Warbeast, you can't chase on the uphill like Clanks can float up there. He goes down, and GG's are being called. We are going to a game number 3, ladies and gentlemen, between Chopstick Gaming.
I don't think that Time to Die likes Shaoli very much.
That's
I mean, every single time in those team fights, like this time it was a Shatterstorm. At the end of last game, it was the Shockwave and the Fisher and all that as well. Just all in on him every single time.
Yeah.
Doesn't like the Voodoo Jester.
Making a point that, damn it, I'm going to kill you every time. So.
But yeah, we could definitely see there that in this game, I mean, Clanks suffered in the same way as Puppet Master did in the first game, but he definitely recovered much better than Puppet Master did. Obviously, because he went for, first of all, the Thunderclaw rather than the Assassin's Shroud. And then, yeah, just because he's Clanks.
Yeah. Well, that means, once again, guys, we got a game number 3 that's going to be coming up here between these two teams, and clearly both of them obviously want that diamond spot right now, but only one of them will secure it in the end with the victory here. So, yeah, Lodestone 14-0-7, man. That is impressive, especially on a hero that is always up front, you know, going in, jumping in first, and almost expecting to die after.
Yeah, Time to Die has been playing fantastic in both games so far. I'm super impressed by how well he's executed everything, and yeah, especially as I mentioned, the teamwork between him and Qsane.
Yeah.
And then Archie Tiger has been doing a fantastic job at just keeping his team safe every single time. I mean, in the first game with the Protective Melody, like in the forest, and he's making those big ultimates, and in this game, of course, with Arcane Vortex instead, just to keep his teammates alive at all points. Yeah, team effort definitely from the Hellborn team.
Absolutely. Well, though, in the end, though, again, a game number 3 going to be coming up. Good news for us. We're looking forward to seeing what happens here between these two teams. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned.